Ecclesiastes chapter 36. Have mercy upon us, O Lord God of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. Lift up thy hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power. As thou wast sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us. And let them know thee as we have known thee, that there is no God but only thou, O God. Shew new signs and make other strange wonders. Glorify thy hand and thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wondrous works. Raise up indignation and pour out wrath. Take away the adversary and destroy the enemy. Make the time short. Remember the covenant, and let them declare thy wonderful works. Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of the fire, and let them perish that oppress the people. Smite and son of the heads of the rulers of the heathens that say, there is none other but we. Gather all the tribes of Jacob together and inherit thou them, as from the beginning, O Lord. Have mercy upon the people that is called by thy name, and upon Israel, whom thou hast named thy firstborn. O be merciful unto Jerusalem, thy holy city, the place of thy rest. Fill Zion with thine unspeakable oracles, and thy people with thy glory. Give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning, and raise up prophets that have been in thy name. Reward them that wait for thee, and let thy prophets be found faithful, O Lord. Hear the prayer of thy servants according to the blessing of Aaron over thy people, that all they which dwell upon the earth may know that thou art the Lord, the eternal God. Yahweh Shai name we pray. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Today's class. Righteous communication is how you build self and a kingdom in the spirit of the Messiah.
Shalom, 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 shalom. Shalom. Giving all praises to the Most High and the Son, Yahweh Shai. As we move forward in learning, these things are very vital in our movement, knowing how to communicate. I always say that people communicate in a low vibe. They speak of things and they do not be about those things. It's we talk but we don't do, and that's one thing that you're finding out even in relationships. I'm going to show you today the important way of doing things, especially when it comes to communication. If communication is bad, everything break down. It'll break down. A marriage, anything that you're dealing with. If communication is just like last night class, you see, I heard this one guy speaking. I was asking Matthias this morning, yeah, we'll get it. How our sisters' self-esteem is very low, very low, very low. Let me get straightened up here right quick. My bad. You know how it is with social media. It's trying to take me to YouTube. That's why it's so important that y'all do when y'all have a chance to share this stuff. Share these things, man. So we'll have this stuff out there for the people to have. But let's deal with this communication. Very detrimental to our movement. You notice that we don't have it amongst the Israelites. If you're of my camp, you can't communicate with those peoples. It's like we're a foreign country, a foreign world or something. But we're going to dive into it. Communication. How we speak to each other. How we address each other. Communication is everything. If the plants ain't communicating with the sun, what happened? It dies, don't it? And you always ain't got to speak nothing to communicate. Why is this one of our biggest pet peeves? If you look at the way our neighborhoods are out there in the world, what happens? Very poor communication.
That's right.
It's like And this is why I say be careful what you do, what you tell, who you're talking to, because once it get to another person, it's a whole different story.
Man.
So I just want y'all to notice this takes practice too.
Right.
Because you're used to flying off at the lips.
That's
Right, man.
Sometimes you don't think before you speak. You speak before you think. Let's go to Sirach 19:1.
Sirach, chapter 19 and verse 1. A laboring man that is given to drunkenness shall not be rich.
These are the peoples that, occupy their time with wickedness. They're not going to be wise. How many times have you heard anyone in here communicating about things and you actually seeing it happen? Or you're hearing about the drama? That's what our focus is on, drama. Our peoples are quick to run to that drama. They want to know about that drama.
Man.
But to know about some righteous, I get to that later. That drama tastes good, don't it? It does. Some people's it tastes good. Read on.
And he that contemneth small things shall fall by little and little.
You understand when you neglect small things, working on the things that you need to build on, and then you'll find out you start falling little by little. Some of you I've heard you say something, I wait around, no action. It's easy to say it, but it's hard to do it. Just like it's easy to say a precept, but do you read your Bible?
Man.
Let's get the little things, man.
Little things. Despising little things like prayer, by means of which Yah changes your heart.
You understand these things? This is a little thing, but hey, we don't do it because when your mind is filled with corrupt communication, in everybody's mind, when you think about it, everybody come out this word, this is the thing about correcting ourselves. Read.
Despising little things like the service of the church, by which Yah is glorified, and the people are encouraged.
See, a lot of people despise these things. They don't care nothing about the church. Mm-hmm. Some people's, you have to really start considering what's your first love. Read on.
Despising little things like Yah's love and compassion for each other.
This is the thing you don't see amongst the people. Right now, what they're going to be pushing soon, race wars. Attacking each other. See, because they control the narrative. They control your thoughts.
Bring it out.
When they give them a Trayvon Martin, you'll find people walking around with hoodies on their heads. It can be 90 degrees. Like, you see these youngsters, they still got hoodies on their head.
Thanks.
So they incite your thoughts. They control your thoughts. That's why you have to take back your thoughts. Read.
Don't despise the little things like daily Bible reading, by which your heart is transformed by the power of the Holy Spirit.
There's a lot of people, they don't do these things. They don't even read a verse. I had a young man call me, man. He talking about the virgin birth, and I'm just asking. I said, bro, you don't even keep no commandments. Bro told me he had 1,000 books. I said, man, you ever kept a Passover? I'm just telling you, man. This is what's wrong with our people. They not this thing is basic. What we do,
It is.
this is basic. But because of people been inundated with so much information, people thinking they wise, but they not. Read.
Don't despise the little things of daily obedience and compliance, through which your heart is trained and molded after the Savior.
These are the things that you'll start taking back your life. So a lot of you don't own your life. The system do, or someone else does. Read.
Don't despise the little things like putting sin to death.
See, a lot of you don't care about it when you're not really thinking about it. Like I say, this is basics. This thing is not hard. What's hard is what you've been through. Read on.
Don't despise the little things like not getting bitter and not walking in the Spirit.
A lot of you get bitter, man. You'll stop walking in the Spirit. Yeah, you let little things take you out.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Read on.
Don't despise the little things like lusting after a man or woman to wed.
This is the thing we do. We do everything backwards. Instead of proving and doing the things the right way, we do. See, you've been programmed to be destructive.
That's right.
Why are you thinking so many people come in, they can't control their spirit?
Bring it out.
Their spirit controls them.
Right.
When you understand the biggest war on people is lies. People know you. Hey, somebody know you. They know what to tell you. Can flex your spirit.
Thanks.
Keep reading.
Don't despise the little things like daily loving, leading, and learning your husband or wife. Through them, you begin to more clearly reflect God's love for the church.
Once you start examining things, it's little things. But we let the drama, the lies, the television. Some of you really need to get in control. And once you start doing these things, you'll find that life is peaceful.
That's right.
But read.
Don't despise the little things like respecting and submitting to your husband. By them you showcase the beauty of Yah's submission to his
A
father.
lot of you don't want to do these things. You get a lot of people that's in marriages, they wives still running the show. A man should never follow his wife. Listen, she's just righteous. She guides him into the church. She shows him that he's her Lord. But you should never follow that woman, because she'll lead you right off that cliff. A lot of you don't really understand the matrix of a woman today. It was in last night class. And you have to be the one that helps her. See, a lot of men, they're not built up. They can't help that woman.
Right.
She needs help just like the children need help.
Bring it out.
Ain't Christ helping us? Look at us today, man. We're different people than what we was yesterday.
Thanks.
Read on.
Don't despise the little things like honoring your parents. By them you demonstrate that there is a God who is bigger than you, whose authority you value.
There's a lot of people that don't like to understand the parents represents your elders in the Bible. Someone that's following Christ right now, you're seeing right now, they out here. The Lord, like I say, another person called me, hey man, why y'all ain't going after these camps? I said, that ain't our business, man. Our business is to help raise the sheep.
Yes, sir.
Right.
We can't be at war and trying to raise up a nation.
Man.
Vengeance is the Most High and His Son. Let them deal with that.
That's right.
We will warn people. That's all we need to do. Read on.
Don't despise the little things like working hard at life every day in these things. You show that there is something more profound, more powerful, more worthy than the fluctuating value of Babylon.
A lot of people don't take the truth serious. They still 50-50. You still have to take care of your responsibilities here.
Yes, sir.
Right.
But building up spiritual is so important. Let me tell you something. These children are going to make it. A lot of parents, they still dealing with it. But you don't understand, you in that house dealing with it, you're going to pass that down to your child.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Big facts.
You pass that right to your child. People don't think about it. They don't care. See, when you can't control your spirit, guess what? You are what the television is.
Bring it out.
Read on.
Don't despise the little things like speaking of Yah to others, by which unbelievers may come to trust and treasure Yahweh's word.
Hey, don't hesitate in speaking about the truth. You know, you don't think people's out there watching us. They're out there watching us. But see, they got the wrong spirit. They're watching us to fail.
Man.
They're not watching us to succeed.
Yes, sir.
That's the spirit of a man, a wicked man. Nobody want to see nobody build nothing.
Bring it out.
But through the Most High and His Son, it's happening.
Yes, sir.
Read on.
Don't despise the little things like worship, believing and the teaching of the word, through which there is an announcement of the kingdom and conquest on our Lord.
Keep reading.
Don't despise the little things like the church business. It is by such things that Yah hates idle hands.
You hate idle hands. You ain't got time. You got excuses. Read.
Don't despise the day of little things, but rejoice. Rejoice.
See, once you get things in order, man, that's what happens. You start having that peace in your house. You start having that peace in your life, and it starts to become fun.
Bring it out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, as long as you don't understand Your enemy controlled the narrative because what they put on TV, that's what a lot of y'all still talk about. Y'all see, we don't be getting into that stuff. We'll tell you, hey, that bridge that they took down, man, they took it down on purpose.
Man, facts. Bring it out.
You know, they got all kind of engineers and people that's on that ship that's supposed to guard that ship. You can see them turn that ship right into that beam.
Big facts.
Sirach 19:2.
Sirach, chapter 19 and verse 2. Wine and women will make men of understanding to fall away.
This is what happens. Wine and women's lies and doctrines. And you know, and we talking about that Solomon, man, all these guys with these multiple wives. Solomon had how many wives? See, they'll tell you how many he had, 700? How many concubines he had, 300? Why did they stay?
Bring it out.
What kind of house did this man have for that many wives?
Bring it out.
What kind of toiletry system did they have, man?
Bring it out.
Who bought the food?
Bring it out.
Y'all gonna find out this ain't talking about wives. One man was selling 1,000 wives.
Bring it out.
What's that, 3 a day? He went from 20 to 80 in a couple years.
Bring it out.
But this is what you get people coming in here for.
That's right.
That's why you see our sisters out there, man. They have no help, man. I start feeling sorry for them, man, because they dealing with wicked men.
That's right.
But read.
And he that cleaveth to harlots will become impudent.
He that cleaveth to harlot, man. You know, when you cleave to lies, man, into a system, you'll become embarrassed. Once you realize who you're dealing with, what you're dealing with, these things that hold us back from, all these things are set up to hold us back from building the kingdom.
That's right.
Everything that they knew to attack, they attacked it.
Right.
So when we start building, we have to go and attack it to restore it. And this is the problem with us. A lot of people don't like to be restored. Give me 1 Esdras 4 and 37. A lot of people don't like to be restored.
Yes, sir.
They want to hold on to what they learned in that word, what mama taught them. Grandma taught them. You ever see, you know, I tell you about my grandma all the time. She was running the house. She was, and you know, now they call Granny the matriarch. Granny, so I guess Granny the one that's dropping the seeds. Things are so backwards, people, it's normalized now, ain't it? Read this out.
1 Esdras chapter 4 and verse 37. Wine is wicked. The king is wicked. Women are wicked.
It say the mind is wicked. Men are wicked. Women's are wicked. Read.
All the children of men are wicked.
Read on.
And such are all their wicked works. And there is no truth in them. In their unrighteousness also they shall perish.
These are the things that people don't even take into consideration. Some of the people that you're dealing with in your as your relative, you don't understand these things. They always going through drama. They always got things going on. And if you see yourself in sitting in the building out there watching, and you still got these things going on, you got the same spirit as they do.
Bring it out.
Nobody won't want to hear these things, but it's truth. Look at the condition of our neighborhoods. They have built nothing.
Bring it out.
Even in its truth, they have built nothing.
Bring it out.
And people, they don't even speak to each other because you wearing the wrong alphabet on your shirt. We can't talk to y'all.
Crazy.
A lot of people gonna find out, man, the lies that they was believing gonna come back and haunt them. And a lot of these people that coming out them camps now, oh, they bugged out, man. They don't thought they found the truth, man, and they get in these camps, man, and they are treated horribly.
Man.
Horribly. You know, anytime men just using vulgar language towards each other, man, that's how y'all communicating at a low vibe, but you're calling yourself man of the year? Where did you get these awards from?
Right.
Y'all didn't hear about that? So-called elder got man of the year. And he right, wicked man of the year. Talking about meat men's out there in the corners, man. Just some of this stuff is just pure sickness. Back to that 2nd Ezra, man, 19:3.
Sirach, chapter 19 and verse 3. Moths and worms shall have him to heritage.
You understand, when these moths and worms inhabit your mind, these things cause you to not think right, fall away, follow wicked men, follow wicked sisters. When your mind is not right, man, these things here, it eats you up.
Bring it out.
Little things will drive you nuts.
Bring it out. Right.
Because what? We ain't made that condition, we ain't made that choice to build up. The world, man, the world has such a strong hold on the people, man. I see it. And it's unmistakably, man, noticeable if you don't understand it. You can see people's in the stores, they're not really happy. You know how much it costs to feed a family of 5, 6, 4, 3. It's rent time when you're buying food now.
Bring that out.
But you know what? You better have some understanding in them houses, man, and understand, hey, ain't nothing to be wasted.
Right. Bring it out. Right.
And that goes from having good communication in that house. A woman, she built up and knowing how to run that kitchen. Running that kitchen is like a corporation now.
Man, that's right. Bring that out.
That's real talk.
A lot of y'all understand, y'all got working husband making sure they got the right energy. So when they come home, they still got energy. They out there eating that doodle, they come home going to sleep.
Immediately.
Think about these things. But read out.
And a bold man shall be taken away.
I don't care. You know, when you got somebody got pride on them, they don't think that nothing can come against them. You got a lot of men in this truth, man, that think they read their Bible. They on top of it. I read my Bible, man. I'm deep in this Bible. But where you at?
Bring it out.
What plan? What can you show us other than you just deep? What is deep? He don't know.
Bring it out. Bring it out. Bring it out.
Understand these things. Trying to build people's up their communication. Like a lot of y'all out there, y'all was at that Passover last week. I want y'all to have the same energy this week. Where you at? Are you there today? Put a one and let you know you're in the building today.
Bring it out.
Bring that out.
And see, people now like, Elder coming at us now. No, I'm cutting y'all the truth. We're not playing these games with people. They want to come and get their boogie on, but they don't want to come and get their boogie on. In the building, Matthew 6 and 19. Where you at? Where the love today?
Bring it out.
You had love last week, but no love this week. Show some love. See, that's your action. You ain't got to speak a word. You there. See? Simple. Read this out.
Same Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth.
This is what people do. They more worried about everything else than their salvation.
Man. Bring it out.
Rightful communication, man, and with self and the kingdom is within you. When you got that rightful communication, you people see you shining.
Right. That's right.
I'm gonna have to call out a friend. Last week he said we're gonna be here. Where he at? See, these are the games that people play, man. Little things will drive you out of this world. You have to start working on the big things, and that's your mind.
That's right.
We know.
Where moth and rust doth corrupt.
These things, man. These things like these moths, man. These things. What moths do, man? They like to eat your clothes, don't they? That's like your brain's being hit up with lies. You can't think for yourself.
Man.
You lost. Once you mad, no one can say nothing to bring you back. Let the police come. You back. You respect their authority, but you don't respect the word. Read on.
And where thieves break through and steal.
These men break through and steal souls, take them away, because they know that if your mind ain't righteous, you're not thinking righteous, anybody can say something. If people, do you think people don't sit around and study each other?
Yes, sir.
They're looking to say something to you, man, to take you out, to make you mad with someone else. And you know that Russ it's just a loss of faith. It don't take much to take some of you out. Read on.
But lay up for yourselves treasure in heaven.
Lay up for yourself treasure in heaven. Why we don't do these things? Why we don't do these things? Why? We more focusing on, and let me tell you something. We're not here all week long. Some of you got to pick your Bible up. Some of you need to go watch some classes that probably dealing with your spirit.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
But you'll choose to pick up that phone and call someone that is corrupt.
Bring it out.
We don't think about these things. We should be laying up that treasure in heaven, man. Thinking on the higher things. Treasure of life, peace, blessings. Having a good home, wisdom, knowledge, spiritual wisdom. We should be laying up on those things, man. Having a good understanding with your wife, with your husband.
Bring it out.
With your children. These are the things that you should be working on.
That's right.
Read.
Where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt.
This dishonest and loss of faith doesn't corrupt. A lot of you don't understand. Your whole life you've been dealing with garbage. Wasn't nothing good in school. Read.
And where thieves do not break through nor steal.
They don't steal your salvation. They can't take your salvation. Read.
From where your treasure is,
your understanding. Read.
There will your heart be also.
That's where your mind is, man. What treasure y'all have today?
Bring it out.
See, some of you don't think about the simple things, the little things in life. Why? Why are we not doing these things? Preparing ourselves. Right now, you're seeing we're under attack every which way.
That's right.
Every which way we under attack. What? They jack and rent a mortgage up.
Bring it out.
Matter of fact, hey, Yash, send Deacon Matthias that ghost job. We were just talking about it. I'm like, man, I see all these hiring signs, but I don't never see them hiring. See, we had good communication. He was like, yeah, man, they call them ghost jobs. They just post them. I guess they're getting paid to post jobs, to build up morality and on the job, to make you thinking they're gonna hire when they're not hiring.
Bruh. Bring it out. It's crazy. Bruh.
See, make y'all watching the news, they give you all good things. They got the eclipse coming. Why is this such a major event? It don't happen many of times.
Bring it out.
You got people selling glasses, shirts. But you got, it's a narrative. It just pulls people's in.
That's right.
That's all it is. That's all it is. When you understand these things, you'll start understanding everything. Hey, they got things in place. It is no way they giving people in McDonald's in California $20 an hour. Now they shutting the restaurants down. It's a game. Why are you thinking they redacted the law so you can go in there and steal up to $1,000 and not even get, not even go to jail? What you think a thief gonna do? What they set these things in places. They're shutting this place down. But see, people that still don't understand should be talking to their families. Listen, something ain't right. But see, your family call you, they want to call you with that gossip. Well, you know what your cousin did. What did they do? Listen to this. Play this video, a little bit of it.
If you're applying for a job in 2024, then I want to give you this warning about the growing trends that's happening right now. Companies are posting more fake job openings.
Pause it. Just like they gave y'all a report, 300,000 jobs created. See, I make sure you know the truth. Y'all see all these jobs laying off?
Sir.
They finna shut all the 99-cent stores. They shutting grocery stores. They shutting this place down. And people still walking around here with pride on them. Go ahead and play it.
So these are known as a ghost job or a phantom job because the job posting is for a position that does not really exist, or they have zero intention of filling that role. It's basically false advertising. This is nothing new, but the stats show that this trend has been accelerating post-pandemic. So I want to tell you why these companies are putting up fake job postings, because I don't want you to waste your time. I don't want you to feel bad or get your hopes up. So the companies that are doing this see this as a strategic move. So I'm going to tell you what's going on, but you're going to think it's a very dirty move. I think it's a dirty move. So you could be the judge. According to a study by Clarified Capital, 33% of hiring managers that admitted to phantom job postings said that they're doing this because they want overworked employees to feel like help is on the way. So in other words, let's just say that your company is overworking you, and then what are you going to do? You're going to complain, right? So what are you going to say? You're going to say the logical thing. You're going to say that this is too much work, you need help, and they need to hire another person.
That's enough on that. Why y'all thinking these penitentiaries, what's going on in there? Them guys working double shifts. Everywhere they working people to their bones. This whole thing is just an illusion. That's right. And what happens is people still holding on to these illusions. Right. Back to Sirach 19:4.
Sirach chapter 19 and verse 4. He that is hasty to give credit is like-minded.
These people's lack wisdom, man. Read.
And he that sinneth shall offend against his own soul.
You offend against your own soul, man, because this is what the system taught us. This is why we can't build. Why are you thinking nothing that we have tried ever succeeded in our communities? Nothing. How many families do you know building together? None. It's all individuals. How is this possible? I used to tell people when they get that income tax check, they could pool that together and go buy land.
Man.
Yes, sir.
But everybody want to go buy a new couch or a new car.
Bring it out.
Crazy.
They want to look like a star. You see the little graphic on there? February, you catching the bus. March, you got a new whip. April, the tow man got your car.
Big facts.
We don't want to do nothing together because we believe in a lie. And anybody outside the church, I'm gonna tell you something. Please don't get yourself bamboozled. I'm telling you about your relatives. I'm telling you about the people that you think that might be right. No, they not. All you gotta do is piss them off. You know who you're dealing with.
That's right. Man.
You'd have pissed my grandmother off. You'd have to dance up out of there trying to catch, because you're gonna catch a slug. She the nicest lady on the planet. Read up.
Whoso taketh pleasure in wickedness shall be condemned.
This is wickedness. This is gossip. You're gonna condemn your own self, man, by not thinking. Listening to what others say, you find out who that person is on your own.
Man,
Right.
that's right. I tell you.
All they doing is giving you a narrative. This is one of the most lethal weapons in our communities.
That's right.
Read.
But he that resisteth pleasure
You got to resist that sister or brother. Read.
crowneth his life.
He saved his own life. See the scriptures, you read it, but you're not comprehending it, because that's why you got so many people deep. They just deep in their sins. That's all they talking about.
Bring it out.
Deep in their corruption, deep in their wickedness. They deep in anything that is garbage. Think about these things. James 4:7. Think about it. Gossip. We trying to get people to understand. You got to start communicating. And I'm going to show you, even communicating in them homes, it's a danger in them homes.
Bring it out. That's right.
Because women don't know how to communicate nobody but with women. Man, he can communicate with men. Brothers, we can communicate. We'll never have no issue. But let us go home.
Bring it out.
You know, everything you do, you got to start thinking. If you're at work, you got to think at work. When you're at home, you got to think as a husband or wife.
Right.
When you're with relatives, you got to, that's what you're dealing with. I used to always say, man, I'm never coming home with my job. I'm never going to be the one to come home with my job. See, a lot of people bring their job home. When you clock out, that's where your job at.
That's right.
Read this up.
James chapter 4 and verse 7. Submit yourselves therefore to God.
This is what happens once you start to do these things. Read.
Resist the devil.
That's what happens, man. See, somebody calling you with gospel, that's your enemy, basically. Plant seeds in your head because a lot of you don't understand. If I say something, you think, if I say Christmas, you already think a tree. Some of you are thinking lights. Some of you are thinking about them bad gifts you used to get. You can be watching a television show and they put a commercial on. It's gonna remind you of what you probably was doing. An old song gonna remind you of what you was. Why are you thinking they got all the songs for you? You got a breakup. You got the whole breakup album. You got the new beginning relationship song. They programming us daily, man.
Right.
Read.
And he will flee from you.
And when you do these things, you start correcting people. See, a lot of us, and a lot of y'all, man, I'm going to tell you something. Don't take it offense. Watch what you're saying to people, man. You sisters need to stop understanding. I'm going to tell you something. You communicating ain't right with each other. Once you calling somebody something that you should be talking to your husband like, you know something ain't right. So you got to understand, some sister might not be taking it the right way.
That's right.
That's corrupt communication.
That's right.
You shouldn't address your sister as your sister, nothing else. Brothers, we don't do that thing. We'll be looking at each other funny.
Thanks.
If I call one of the brothers sweetheart or something, they gotta go get counseling from somebody. Hey man, something wrong with the elder, man. He done lost it or something. Watch how we communicate, man. Y'all have to do these things, man, because guess what? The children are watching us.
Right.
Read.
Draw nigh to God.
Draw nearer, draw nearer, draw nearer. These are the things that we neglect. We neglect these things. Read.
And he will draw nigh to you.
And when you start doing the things, your communication, everything will change. It's hard for people to change, man, but it only take a few weeks. This is not a lifelong thing. It doesn't take, but you fighting those urges. Do y'all see the way that the people conduct themselves on television? This is the way that our sisters out there in the world conducts themselves.
Bring it out.
They don't understand they're following drag men. Y'all got to understand this has been going on. They are a comedy show. You know, you see all that stuff on Atlanta Housemans, man, and people don't understand that they just putting on the show for you. After they get through, they go out and have something to eat. Or they give them a star in Hollywood for fooling you. Read on.
Cleanse your hands.
You got to cleanse your works. Read.
Ye sinners.
Read on.
And purify your hearts.
And purify. And get your mind and come out of all this stuff that you're dealing with. Come out of these things. Read.
Ye double-minded.
See, that's what you have truth and you have your mind, half truth and half lies. I got on fringes, but I'm still gossiping.
Yep.
It's time out for that. We have to delete that from our systems. This is going to make a better husband and it's going to make a better wife. One thing that I'm learning is people will sacrifice for that world, but they won't sacrifice for this truth.
Bring it out. Man.
They'll give it all to this world, man. They'll find out this world have no love. Give me Proverbs 11:13. This is a part, these are steps that we're taking. You know, we're not dealing with the drama, but what I'm trying to show you is if y'all apply these scriptures, your life will start changing. That's right. Try these things. See, you'll be one way in the church, outside the church, you double-minded. That means you somebody else.
Bring it out.
Read this, Art.
Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 13. A talebearer revealeth secrets.
See, you got gossips, man. They can't hold nothing. What was that? In Living Color, Busy Benita. It's fine. There you go. Busy Benita gonna tell everything you tell.
Yes, sir.
You gotta understand who you trust, and that's why if you got things going on, bring it to the leadership. A lot of you don't like getting counsel, and let me know you got something else in your mind. Why not have someone that can help you get over that hump? Why not? When you refuse counseling, you're refusing growth. You can't do this by yourself. Read on.
But he that is of a faithful spirit concealeth the matter. Where no counsel is,
See, read.
the people fall.
This is what happens. This is what happens continuously. People thinking they can fix it themselves. People thinking they can go to the world and fix it. How many drug treatment centers that got out here in this world, man? People run right back to the drugs. Because you got more wicked people, man. More sinners. There's no system set up at the church. This is what you come to the church for, to get healed. But some of you come here just to come.
Bring it out.
Read on.
But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety.
There is safety. And all of you choose to reject it. Put it up there, Matthias.
Hey! So they finally rented that place, huh? Been about 2 years. Sure hope that slumlord changed the carpet. It was so thick over there, I can taste it over here. Oh, by the way, I love what you did with those little milk crates. That little table you made. What's that, Art Deco? Yeah, look at me rattling on and on like you know who I am. Hi, girl, I'm Benita Betrell. I've been here all my life. I know everybody in this neighborhood.
That's enough. You have them, man. They sitting at home just like that, waiting on them calls. That's what y'all got to understand. 1 Timothy 5 and 12. Y'all got to understand. Helping each other. We got to help each other. You got to stop making those mistakes you used to make in the past. Read this up.
1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 12. Having damnation, because they have cast off their first faith.
See, they don't cast off their first faith, Christ, man. When you're not doing things right, man, it's all wrong. And by the time it get to me, I'll be like, oh, man, I don't know what to believe, because, you know, if I just whisper in Bishop ear and he whisper in Yasha, and by the time it get back around here, it'd be a whole total different story. This is what goes on. That's not how you fix anything. Read,
and withal, they learn to be idle.
They learn to be idle. Read.
Wandering about from house to house.
See, a lot of them, they wandering about from house to house. They being idle, wandering from the truth, man. From person to person. Read.
And not only idle.
And what?
And not only idle.
They idle. They not seeking the life. They're not seeking the truth. Read.
But tattlers also. But tattlers also.
Read on.
And busybodies.
Read on.
Speaking things which they ought not.
These things that y'all do today, y'all see that have destroyed our communities. These things y'all shouldn't be doing. The Bible reveals these things. And a tattler like to gossip. You know, they like to gossip about their business. Tell everybody what goes on in your house should be staying in your house. If it come out your house, leadership should be dealing with it.
That's right.
Not everybody.
Yes, sir.
We still run to each other. That's not some people you can call, hey, how do you make that biscuit from scratch? That's who you call the sisters.
Bring it out.
You're not finna call up, I don't know, get some flour, maybe some sugar, some, what else you need, water, some starch. I'm not good in that field. You got to understand, each person got an office. Utilize their office. Some things that you want to know, you can call sisters. But some things that you're not really understanding about what's going on, it should never be going to another person, because guess what? You put that bug in their head.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bring it out.
Proverbs 18 and 8. You do. You don't be understanding. We've been doing things so wrong all our life. It's normal. Read that out.
Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 8. The words of a talebearer are as wounds.
You don't understand when you telling somebody some garbage, some things that can wound their mind. Don't do these things. These are things that help fix our communities. It'll make us have righteous communication. Read.
And they go down into the innermost parts of the belly.
They go right into their mind, man.
Big facts.
That person might have been having a good day. How many times you get a bad phone call?
Bring it out.
And it change your countenance? A lot of times people be outside dealing with their relatives, then they call somebody and they want to tell them, man, you shouldn't even been dealing with them. 2 Thessalonians 3 and 10. These things I keep trying to tell y'all. Building yourself up right. You never see a college student somewhere where they shouldn't be. You got study hours. You're not gonna find them hanging out on the block. That's what I was telling y'all. I just seen some men. They said, "Where was that when they young?" I said, "You probably was at another block." You don't change your stripes too often, man. They wasn't doing nothing in the past. These things y'all should be calling each other about things y'all trying to build. Something important. I keep telling y'all sitting on riches. Y'all choose not to take advantage.
Bring it out.
When you got time, you should utilize it wisely. If you ain't got to get up and go nowhere, use that time. Build something. You can master what you're doing.
Man.
These are the things we should be communicating on, but we don't. That's why you see us have no control over the business in our communities.
Right.
The foreigners do. They living in better homes and people's okay with it. But you know what? We'll scratch each other's eyes out for nothing.
Bring it out.
Real talk. Read this out.
2 Thessalonians chapter 3 and verse 10. For even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any would not work, neither should he eat.
Let me tell you something. Who not working? On themselves.
Bring it out.
If you ain't working on yourself, you're not going to learn.
That's right.
You're not going to grow in the spirit. This is what be going on. Some of you need to work on yourself. And I'm going to show you. Great communication, man, it'll build us quickly.
That's right.
When you talk to people, you can trust them. Read.
For we hear that there are some which walk among you disorderly.
Disorderly. Read.
Working not at all.
They don't do no studying. They're too busy being a gossiper, a talebearer. When you call me with some good news. You know how many phone calls I get? I'm dealing with the phone outside the church. I get it all. I'm going to tell you the truth and I don't care, how it hurts. If you call me and you're dealing with something in the house, hey, maybe you need to separate. Some of these stories be horror stories. I'm telling y'all. Some of y'all want to keep this phone for a couple months. Phone be ringing at 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning like you up. Like you up and ready to talk for... It's 8 to 5.
For real.
How you gonna wake up out your sleep ready to talk? It's crazy. Read up.
But are busybodies.
Busybodies, man. They ain't got time for the word. They ain't got time for the truth. Read.
Now them that are such we command and exhort by our Lord Christ.
Read on.
That with quietness they work.
They what?
With quietness they work.
They seeking the understanding. What makes you holy? What's life is about? Y'all don't even understand this, do you? Y'all got to seek your mission in life.
That's right.
Your mission in life is not to be somebody sitting on the bottom, not to be someone going through it. It's about having a life.
Bring it out.
This thing here, we can have much more if we all apply this.
That's right.
Read.
And eat their own bread.
And eat their own bread. Calling somebody on that phone, they get calling you with their bread.
Yes, sir.
1 Timothy 5:14. I'm just trying to give y'all some understanding of being a better person. See, we never learned this. No one never told us these things. Read this out.
1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 14. I will therefore that the younger women marry.
That these younger women, man, take life serious. Take it serious. Take it serious in this truth. See, once you take it serious, somebody calling you, you don't put the whole armor on, sis. Brother, y'all need to call leadership. Brothers going to other brothers with their household problems. Call leadership, man. Because what you dropping in that area could damage them. They're not spiritually built up. See, we used to trusting in man, but how many times you used to see in the world, man, a married woman got a single sister as her person she called to get advice. What is she gonna tell her? Be a good wife or leave him? A or B, you check the box. What is that single man gonna tell that married man? That's unequally yoked, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Bring it out.
He gonna be trying to get the bride, man, come on, go out with us, man, come on, do this. We've been dealing with these things so long in life, we don't have no understanding what is life about. Some of y'all should have things in your house that y'all doing. Y'all should be mastering things. We should be better. We should be further ahead in this movement. If everybody partakes in it, read.
Bear children.
Bear children, read.
Guide the house.
Guard the house, read.
Give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully.
This is talking about a non-spiritual person speaking disgracefully, man. Read.
For some are already turned aside after Satan.
See, a lot of you already done been deceived, man, and turned aside, man, after somebody that's not walking in the spirit. Simple things in life. These are the little things. You can control the little things. Some of you don't want to control them. It controls you. Some of these things is hard for our people to understand about life. You don't have them. If you got gossiping and you've been a talebearer, you don't have a life. You shouldn't be on that phone with corrupt communication. Is that Christ-like? Think about it. All it is saying is we should be better people. We on the bottom, and we still got drama as our number one priority. Look right now. You got Straightway. They got so much drama. Guess what? They YouTube sensation now. When that thing happened to Polite, what happened? Drama. Man. What we should have been doing was praying for the brother. Man. That's why you don't see us doing these classes on these things, man. What we doing? We passing that same dead information. That's right. Sirach back to 19:6. Read.
Sirach chapter 19 and verse 6. He that can rule his tongue shall live without strife.
You got to understand, you got to rule your mind.
That's right.
See, once you control your mind, you're going to live without this drama that people dealing with every day. Read.
And he that hated babbling shall have less evil.
You got to understand, when you're dealing with people, man, you're dealing with things of useless matter. You're not going to have these things in your life anymore. Our life should start becoming pure, man, where you're at home, where it's just peace. You go outside them doors, you're dealing with chaos all day. Man. You can't even get out your driveway. Man. Somebody don't block you in on your own driveway, mad at you because you asked them to move.
Bring it out.
You can't even go to the grocery store. You can't do nothing. This place here is out of control.
That's right.
And see, a lot of people thinking the Most High and His Son looking for a lot of members. No. It's about the believers. You have a lot of members, but you're going to have more chaos. Getting everybody on that spiritual level so we can all see eye to eye. So when someone's sitting in here, you can see that the light be dim over there. You can see them. And we should all be the ones trying to go and apply that ointment. Read.
Rehearse not unto another that which is told unto thee.
Don't practice these things, man. Read.
And thou shalt fare never the worse.
You're not going to listen, man. Hey, I'm not dealing with that no more. Let it, hey, set things in order. Read.
Whether it be to friend or foe.
Read on.
Talk not of other men's lives.
Hold up, what did it say?
Talk not of other men's lives.
This is what goes on, man, in our communities. This is the number one thing. We can't get this out of our system.
Hey, bro.
We're in somebody else's house and our house is falling down.
Man.
Read.
And if thou canst without offense, reveal them not.
Don't reveal them, don't even speak about them. They're not even worthy. Read.
For he heard and observed thee, and when time cometh, he will hate thee.
That's what happens, man. These things, when we telling y'all, a lot of you don't like to listen, man. Tell you, we got it.
Man.
Telling y'all, man, you got to be built up spiritually. And that comes from just reading your Bible. You should read your Bible once a year. That's a long time, ain't it? Some people can read, some people can, they speed read, but take your time. You're going to always miss something. I'm still missing stuff.
Yes, sir. Big facts.
I know if you ain't, I ain't missing nothing.
Yeah.
That's when the glove come out. See, I know you ain't missing nothing. See, you've been reading your Bible all week long. You know all the precepts. See, you ain't read nothing. See, wake up at the end of the week like that. Dealing with trouble, man. Read,
If thou hast heard a word, let it die with thee.
Let it what?
Let it die with thee.
Let it go, man. Read.
And be bold. It will not burst thee.
It won't break your spirit, man. Read.
A fool travaileth with a word.
Hey, what?
A fool travaileth with a word.
Keep reading.
As a woman in labor of a child.
Let me tell you something, man. Y'all dealing with that corrupt communication, man. It'll bug you out. Let it go, man. This thing is a spiritual thing. We start putting things back in order, man. Y'all gonna find out as much happiness. Y'all see, we got a strong foundation. Strong foundation. It's hard to get this. Let me tell you something. Building it up right. Oh, we could have built it up crooked. When we was building up crooked, the house was packed. We had the same spirit. Read.
As an arrow that sticketh in a man's thigh.
This is a false witness in somebody's life. Read.
So is a word within a fool's belly.
In a fool's mind, man. We deal with these things continuously. Continuously. Give me Ecclesiastes 10 and 11. We deal with them continuously. We don't even consider, man. We need to start examining our lives. Hey, let's get, and you know, and this is why I always tell you people that I just tell you the truth. I always tell you, if you're in here trying to court, let me know.
Man.
You might not know who you're courting. I'm gonna tell you the truth, brother, sister. If somebody, your ass ain't walking right, I'm gonna tell them. See, I'm not gonna lie to somebody to boost somebody else up, cause what they gonna do? They gonna come back to the message. Hey, what did you tell me? See, we have to be truthful with people. But see, the thing is, when you don't do these things, you don't take these steps, it doesn't work out right. This is what people don't understand. It's just a small percentage. Read this out.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 11. Surely the serpent will bite without enchantment.
This is a person, man. They're going to betray you, man, and subdue you with all kind of lies. Then, when somebody telling you something, they telling you the truth or they telling you their side. It's always two witnesses.
Bring it out.
Why you think they call the police when you have an accident? They trying to establish the truth. So how can you establish the truth if just two of y'all one telling the story? Read.
And a babbler is no better.
Someone that like to manipulate you.
Bring it out.
This is how we've been. How many people have lost their lives?
Man.
Over this one precept.
Crazy.
Little things, ain't it? These little things. It's little things. It's hard for people to get up and come to worship on the Shabbat. Little things. But Monday through Friday, guess what? Check. They're not taking that day off from that captivity.
Yes, sir.
But read.
The words of a wise man's mouth are gracious.
These are the things that builds you up. Read.
But the lips of a fool will swallow himself.
You know, when the lips of a fool will swallow himself. You ever heard this saying, you are what you are? What you speak out your mouth, that's who you is.
Right.
Read.
The beginning of the words of his mouth is foolishness, and the end of his talk is mischievous madness.
It's hurtful. Some things y'all don't understand. That's why I tell you, man, a lot of the things that we've been programmed to do, you can't do it in the truth, man. You got to watch what you say. And these are the things people don't want to do.
Right.
Give me Sirach 23:17. Let me tell you something. I seen a little rat telling the dude, let me tell you something. Read this.
Sirach chapter 23 and verse 17. All bread is sweet to a whoremonger.
We used to think this talking about a man. This is all bread is sweet to a whoremonger. Anybody that's out there spewing lies, anybody out there got false doctrine, somebody that's forsaking the Messiah, this stuff tastes good.
Man.
Somebody saying you don't have to do something. It's just like this brother that keep calling me, man. I keep telling him, man, you ever taught a class? Why you calling trying to teach me? Where can I go and see your works? So you calling me with a narrative. I say, bro, this is the problem with our people. They thinking they know it, but what is your fruits?
Read out.
You see people on Facebook, they precept up, ain't it? But go check their page. See, y'all don't know I check your page, you come on there. Don't tag me either. You know I'm coming to look. First, I'm going to tag you. I'm going to return the favor. Then I'm going to remove your tag and then block you. I didn't come to your page. Listen at this. All bread is sweet to a whoremonger. A lot of people are whoremongers. They don't want to eat anything. Stop eating gossip. Stop eating lies. Read.
He will not leave off till he dies.
See, a lot of people won't stop these things until they destroyed mentally, spiritually. Read.
A man that breaketh wedlock.
These are the ones that violate the law. Read.
Saying thus in his heart.
In his mind. Read.
Who seeth me?
See, a lot of people you doing things. You're not really thinking these things. You're dealing with another gospel that gets out.
Read out.
Who seeth me? Who seeth me? Read.
I am compassed about with darkness.
See, a lot of people don't understand. Every day you get up and go out that door, man, there's nothing but wickedness around.
Right.
Why have it in the truth? Why are we not living different lives? Why are we not building up spiritually? These things, what I'm telling y'all, classes got to be counseling. You got to start building up spiritually. Because there's a lot of people out there now watching us. They starting to understand that these camps that they've been watching is full of follies.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about man worshiping. It ain't no different than the Christianity church. We don't do that here. I definitely don't want you to do that. Now, if you come by here tooting your own horn, you know I'm going to blast you. And it's love. Nobody, when you understand, we'll get out of our bed and come help anybody.
Man,
That's right.
That's real love. Fake love is you call them, they don't even answer.
Bring it out.
Just like a lot of these brothers, they be calling brothers. Say, I be getting the report, I be reading them like, okay, I see. Because they don't understand, they surrounded by dark. They surrounded by darkness. Read.
the walls cover me,
These are the illusion that people are dealing with. The lies. Read.
and nobody seeth me.
Nobody seeth me. Nobody seeth me. Read.
What need I to fear?
Read on.
The Most High will not remember my sins.
See, a lot of people don't understand this is a spiritual book. See, you thinking in your mind, and some of you don't be thinking.
Bring it out.
Because you're not even considering. Read.
Such a man only feareth the eyes of men.
See, he only fear what men see. Read.
And knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun,
Read on.
beholding all the ways of men.
Understanding these things, man. Your actions. And who the eyes we are. We seeing it, we hear it. You might be thinking you're doing something. Hey, you better be careful. Cause Busy Bonita right there on that porch, she telling everybody. I'm just telling you, man. Be careful who you talk to, man. Read.
And considering the most secret parts,
In the hid things, read.
he knew all things ere ever they were created.
Read on.
So also, after they were perfected,
He after that was healed, read.
he looked upon them all.
Keep reading.
This man shall be punished in the streets of the city, and where he suspected not, he shall be taken.
You understand, man represents woman. See, y'all reading the Bible quarterly. Read.
Thus shall it go also with the wife
That's to go also with the wife. Read.
that leaveth her husband,
Who did we leave? We left Yah. Read.
and bringeth in an heir by another.
We're bringing in another gospel by another man. That's what we do all the time. We bring in lies. We bring in all the deceptions, man. This is what we do. We don't consider these things because we're not fundamentally sound in the mind. Read.
For first, she had disobeyed the law of the Most High.
They're saying we have disobeyed the laws by our actions. Read.
And secondly, she had trespassed against her own husband.
You don't broke the word. You didn't even keep the commandments. Read.
And thirdly, she has played the whore and adultery,
Read on.
and brought children by another man.
She brought in another doctrine.
Bring it out.
Did Eve do this thing? Simple. These are the little things. Read.
She shall be brought out into the congregation, and an inquisition shall be made of her children.
We're gonna have a cross-examine of her doctrine or whatever lies or deception that we have brung to the body or brung into our own mind. Read.
Her children shall not take roots,
This ain't saying these doctrine, these lies are not gonna take roots. Read.
and her branches shall bring forth no fruit.
This is the deceptions of our peoples. Read.
She shall leave her memory to be cursed,
Read on.
and her reproach shall not be blotted out.
Let me tell you something, man. We don't take life serious. See, they program us to be dysfunctional. Have dysfunctional relationships, marriages. Why you don't hear nothing about the young children getting married anymore? That's not even a thing no more. To get a wife. And if you're doing it, you should go to college first or get you a trade. A man should have something, Right now, we'll lay down with anybody. Think about it. We'll lay down with anybody. Where that video at? Show me what that guy talking about right quick. Show me. Show him. See, women's self-esteem is very low. Play this right quick.
Is it that some men prefer to make a woman a baby mother before they make her a wife?
Yeah, I think from a male perspective, coming into the fact is that the bar's on the floor, right? It's way easier to get asked from y'all than it is for us to go about the full process of a relationship and go through marriage. And I think that right there is the problem, right? Reality is that if a man has a certain status, man has a certain swagger, man has a certain money, then he can just skip through all of the little hurdles that's supposed to be there, barriers that's supposed to be there, vetting that's supposed to be there, and just get right to that. Right, so as long as that's the case, then we're going to see these type of men, but it's going to take women to stand firm on what it is that they want. If you want marriage from this man, you demand marriage from this man, and not only demand it, but withhold benefits until you get marriage from this man.
And that's all right there. See, people, they sex is the number one draw. That's a relationship. Sex. Read Galatians 1:8.
Galatians chapter 1 and verse 8. But though we, or an angel from heaven, preach any other gospel unto you that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed.
Let him be accursed, man. This thing that what we're doing is trying to get the nation, one, to have faith, two, trust. And once you start building on these things, the love, and all these other things are gonna fall in place. Some of y'all ain't used to this, man. Some of y'all been out there so long, man. It's been such a war on your spirit that you don't understand that the Most High and the Son trying to restore you mentally, physically, spiritually, get your mind back right to trusting, having a beautiful home. Ephesians 4:29. We don't want these things. We want the things that the world have in store for us. We don't want peace in our life. That's why you have a lot of people, man. You know, like I've been shooting the brothers. I know she looking for a house. I've been shooting in some houses. I know he ain't showed you. Is he? What cookie is? Azrella. I know he ain't showing. Ain't showing you the beautiful homes I've been sending him. But he sure respond to me quick though. I sent Joshua and he was like crazy. 200,000 for a house built in the 1800s sometime. I'm telling you, man, I just be playing, but think about these things. Read this out.
Ephesians chapter 4, verse 29. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying.
That's the building up.
Right.
See, we so used to that bringing down that it's just normal. Read.
That it may minister grace unto the hearers.
Keep reading.
And grieve not the Holy Spirit of God.
When you do these things, that's what you do. Somebody could be having a peaceful day. We get it from these brothers sometimes, man. They going. See, but they don't see it. Let me tell you something. People just want to go, they be sweating it out, man. When there's love on the planet now. Read.
Whereby ye are sealed unto the day of redemption.
Unto the day of deliverance. Read.
Let all bitterness.
Read.
And wrath.
Read.
And anger.
Read on.
And clamor.
Read on.
And evil speaking be put away from you with all malice.
With all malice. Read.
And be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God for Christ's sake had forgiven you.
Listen at these things, man. These things, it's so hard for people to do that out there in that world, man. Probably I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't got nothing to say to mama. I'm just telling you.
Man. What's up?
It'd be so much pride on people, man, and it'd be little things.
Bring it out.
Little things, man. Destroys people. 1 Corinthians 15:33. All we got to do is the little things. Read this, Art.
1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 33. Be not deceived.
Don't be deceived. Read.
Evil communications corrupt good manners.
What? Read on.
Awake to righteousness and sin not.
Hold up. What's that evil communication?
Awake to righteousness and sin not.
Some of you don't understand what you're doing, do you? It's just the little things that's holding you back. Read.
For some have not the knowledge of God.
That be the problem. Read.
I speak this to your shame.
Speak it to your shame. Give me Matthew 12 and 36. Speak it to your shame. It's not, it's just you didn't know. See, a lot of you that's dealing with the world, some of you still got that world in your crack pipe. See, some of you don't understand and you're going to destroy it. And you're going to be back out there. Let me tell you something, man. You go back out there in that world, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's not a lovely place. It looks lovely, but it's not lovely. I seen a Tesla on the high five this morning. And everybody want one. I don't want no car note, a house note. Read this out.
St. Matthew, chapter 12 and verse 36. But I say unto you, that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment.
Y'all don't hear this?
Bring that up.
That's why you got to be thinking. Thinking now. This is a thinking man game. Think. This thing here keep you out of trouble. You be somewhere in the store, you're not thinking. Somebody will piss you off and all of a sudden it flies out.
Man.
What's in your thoughts? Some of you got some dangerous things in your thoughts.
Facts. Facts.
When you're understanding these things and you're not really in control of your spirit, this is putting you in control. This is giving you back control. I want to see all you happy. I want to see all you having blessed and beautiful marriages. But when you go in and do it the wrong way, it's not going to be a happy marriage.
That's right.
Happy wife, happy house, happy lives, or whatever they call it. You'll find your torso in a ditch somewhere.
Bring it out.
Get Galatians 6 and 7. Understand these things. See, we don't think that what we say about others, what we think about others, we don't think there's going to be no account giving for it. Read this.
Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7. Let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things.
Now, we're 6 and 7. Galatians 6 and 7.
Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7. Be not deceived.
Don't be led into error. Read.
God is not mocked.
Don't think God is mocked, man. Read.
For whatsoever a man soweth,
Read on.
that shall he also reap.
Let me tell you something. When you thinking something about somebody else, man, you might get it.
Bring it out. Bring that out.
You have to stop this. We need to stop this as a people. This thing here, man, it is so, that's how it is in the world. People's be in the world, man, they be talking all kind, oh man, I hate them and I hope they die. It happened to them.
Right.
Yep. Back to Matthew 12 and 37. I'm just telling y'all, we have to start being spiritual peoples. Read.
St. Matthew chapter 12 and verse 37. For by thy words thou shalt be justified.
These are the righteous peoples. Read.
And by thy words thou shalt be condemned.
These are the things that people that be put their own self down, man, put their own self to death. When you're doing it righteously, you'll be justified righteously.
Bring it out.
When you speaking ill will of people, man, that's just the natural spirit in the hood, ain't it? You go into some of them ghetto areas, everybody know everybody business, don't it?
Yes, sir.
Sirach 19:13. Listen at this. Read.
Sirach chapter 19 and verse 13. Admonish a friend.
Speak to a friend. Read.
It may be he had not done it. For if he had done it, that he do it no more.
See, these are the things, when you're doing things righteously, we're communicating. These are the things it makes you feel at ease. But what they do out there in that world, they go at each other. They do it in the truth. Read.
Admonish thy friend.
Read on.
It may be he had not said it, and if he have, that he speak it not again.
We don't give a person a chance, do we?
That's right.
We don't give people no chances in this world, man. We're all puffed up. Somebody around, I'm about to kill you. Read.
Admonish a friend.
Read on.
For many times it is a slander, and believe not every tale.
See, people believe every lie that they get, don't they?
Bring it out.
We don't know how to communicate. This is so important that we learn to put these things away. If you hear something, hey, listen, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. Because a lot of times it could be true. But you ain't got to put your stock all into it.
That's right.
Read.
There is one that slippeth in his speech.
See, a lot of people slip in what they say. Read.
But not from his heart.
Not from his mind. Read.
And who he is that hath not offended with his tongue.
Who haven't offended with their tongue? Read.
Admonish thy neighbor before thou threaten him.
Read on.
And not being angry, give place to the law of the Most High.
See, hey, Most High law's out the door. We don't want to deal with that. Matthew 18:15. Let me show you something right quick. See, we read these things, but we don't apply it.
Yes, sir.
Read that right quick, guys.
St. Matthew chapter 18 and verse 15.
Read on.
Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee,
if thy brother or thy wife trespass against thee, read.
Go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Read on.
If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
Why can't we do these things, man? Why can't we do these things?
Bring it out.
See, we thinking it's just somebody in the church or somebody friend or something. This is talking about this is in your house too.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Read.
But if he will not hear thee,
if he not, neither one of them gonna listen to thee, y'all can't get no control. See, a lot of times it sparks arguments. I'm gonna give y'all a solution. Pull that record out.
That's right.
Start pulling that record out. Y'all in there having a conversation, pull that record out. Because, you know, people, they like to lie.
That's right.
So if it's recorded, hey, it ain't no lying, is it?
That's right.
See, because a lot of times people trying to come get counseling, but they don't have that second witness. It's basically you against them. But they're recording a kill they wanted. And that's between y'all two. Y'all can deal with it first. But read.
Then take with thee 1 or 2 more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established.
See, that other witness going to be there recording. Especially in these households. That'll stop some of these things. That'll put things back into order. These things we got to get better at. But it first started at home. You have to start dealing with your inner problems.
Bring it out.
Read.
And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church.
Bring it unto the church. Read.
But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as a heathen man and a publican.
You don't understand these things? This is how we keep things, man, and build on things. Back to Sirach 19:18. This is how we build things. This is how we put things in order. See, because we used to things being out of order. That's how marriages fail. That's how friendship fail. Because we are used to putting things. Because when you got out of school, you had all kind of friends, didn't you? You had all kind of friends. Some of you knew everybody. 5 years, you probably know about 15. It just started dwindling. Y'all cold? Hey, turn the air down, man. I know y'all ain't gonna say nothing. Speak communication. So I can tell y'all bundled up and everything on one side. Men's over here faking like they tough. They just want to be at home complaining all the time. Read this, Art.
Sirach chapter 19 and verse 18. The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him.
See, that's the problem. We don't want to put things in order. When you put things in order, your house be in order.
That's right.
Read.
And wisdom obtaineth his love.
See, that's when that wisdom. Read.
The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life.
It's the doctrine of life. Read.
And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
The spirit of life forever, man. The spirit of life forever. Once you correct the little things, life become big. It become beautiful. It does. 1 Timothy 4 and 12. A lot of y'all don't even understand. Y'all holding yourself back. A lot of you don't understand. Y'all holding yourself back.
That's right.
Having a fruitful relationship, you know, that's one of the hardest things to do. See, a lot of you wasn't thinking about these problems before you jumped in that bed.
That's right. Uh-oh. Bring it out.
Or a year later. See, a lot of this should have been communicated.
That's right.
You should know who you dealing with.
Facts.
You might be dealing with the devil. Bible say prove. It's just like friendship. Prove.
That's right.
You might go through it. As you proving a friend, y'all might bump heads. But what y'all do everything in a righteous way. Y'all friends forever.
That's right.
Some people might have a falling out with somebody they just met, and then all of a sudden they the best friends forever.
Bring it out.
Because they didn't run from each other, they dealt with it. What do people do in the church? They run.
That's right.
Let's deal with these things together. Read this out.
1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 12. Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers.
You got to be an example. Can you be an example? Doing things the right way. Your communication. The love you have for your brothers and sisters. Read.
In word.
In words. Read.
In conversation.
Read on.
In charity.
Read on.
In spirit.
Read on.
In faith. In purity.
A clean mind towards each other. Read.
Till I come. Give attendance to reading.
Give attendance to what?
To reading.
Hey, y'all want me to just block that one out?
Bring it out.
The Bible.
That's right.
Read.
To exhortation to doctrine.
This is exhortation, is hopeful about the future, man, into the dark. You got to be somebody, man, that's helping somebody that's maybe a little lower, maybe need to be built up just a little bit more. You know? Somebody might not know how to take off the socket plug, but they'll know how to go take off the water hose. Hey, you have to have a little patience, man, and you have to have this exhortation at the same time. You know, so you get patient when it comes to things, man. Read on.
Neglect not the gift that is in thee.
That y'all got the kingdom in you. It's in you to be peaceful and loving. Read.
Which was given thee by prophecy.
Read on.
With the laying on of the hands of the Presbyterian.
These are the elders. Read.
Meditate upon these things.
You got to be thinking, man. Before you even go to the grocery store, do you got your grocery list? Before you work on your car, do you got the right tools?
Bring it out.
You know? When you in life, man, one thing that we didn't have a great support system. See, most of us around evil peoples.
That's right.
Who you gonna call? Evil 1, evil 2. What do we have? Now that we have it, we neglect to use it. Read.
Give thyself wholly to them.
Give thyself wholly to them. Read.
That thy profiting may appear to all.
That thy profiting may appear to all. Read.
Take heed unto thyself.
Take heed. Listen. This is one thing that people don't like to do. They rather be in the window all the time. Read.
And unto the doctrine.
And unto the doctrine, the belief in the word of Yah. Read.
Continue in them.
Continue. Live in them. Live in them. It's not hard. This thing is basic. How many commandments we have? 3,000? 20 million? Not 613. This thing is really simple. What's hard is you've been trained to be fools.
Right.
Read.
For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee.
And them that hear thee. Take your time in this walk. This walk ain't hard. What's hard is you won't want to give up the system.
Yes, sir.
The system is, the plug is being pulled on the system and you want to get caught in that rotation of water going down, don't you? Then that's when you're hollering for help. Help! Help! I'm not coming down there. I'm telling you the truth. You waited till the last minute. You about to get sucked down. I'm not going with you. That's what we do. How many people you see get on their deathbed be hollering for the Lord? I used to have partners that used to be in the dope gang. They get caught. Lord, please help me, Lord. In the back of the squad car.
That's all right.
I'm just telling you the truth, man. That's why you be thinking. Please hide that crack. I don't want, whatever you did. Back to Sirach 19:20.
Sirach chapter 19 and verse 20. The fear of the Lord is all wisdom.
It's all wisdom. When you fear the Lord, man, you start being built up spiritually, beautifully. Read.
And in all wisdom is the performance of the law.
It say it's the performing. It's the performing. Some of you neglect some of them. Read.
And the knowledge of his omnipotence.
This is his power. Read.
If a servant say to his servant, I will not do as it pleaseth thee, though afterward he do it, he angereth him that nourisheth him.
You understand? You tell your child to do something and he don't do it, then after he going to go do it? Is that the way you raise your child? You raise them to go do it, and you tell them to do it, they supposed to do it.
That's right.
See, somebody just got tagged. Golden hand have to be used, man.
That's right.
That's just love. You can't make this up.
Thanks.
Read on.
The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom.
See, that's the thing. The knowledge of wickedness is not. See, a lot of people thinking they built up. They talking about the book of Enoch, the book of Jasher, the book of this, the book of that. But they're not really speaking on the book of life.
That's right. That's right.
Read.
Neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence.
It is not biblical. It's not biblical. It's not going to help you. These things we all are. Matter of fact, give me Psalms 1 and 1. The thing is, it's just being built up spiritually, beautifully. One day this thing we're going to have people coming in. They're going to find out, hey man, This is not what it is, man. There's no hate in here. That'd be the problem. Ain't no drama going on in there, man. We got to get out of there. See, it don't match with our spirit. A lot of people can't come in because they coming in here, they want to look, hey, when somebody talks, there got to be some drama.
Yes, sir.
They're looking for something.
Man.
Instead of seeking the kingdom.
Bring it out.
Read this out.
Psalms chapter 1 and verse 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly.
It say, blessed is that man or woman. Read.
Nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful.
These are these ones that have hatred for the word. Read.
But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night.
It's not made for a righteous man. What do we need it for? We know how to conduct ourselves amongst each other and amongst the world. It's a think we think, don't we? You think about it. It's just a simple thinking man game, thinking woman game. Sisters know not to pick up them gold shoes when you don't need them. But your mind be telling you I need them. You don't even got nowhere to wear them. But you need them.
Man.
They look good in the closet, don't they?
Man.
Same thing for brothers. You know, back in the day, boy, I had to have some rims on my car, man. I had to have me some shoes on my ride. When I turned, all the bling bling be on you. But see, I got past all these things. It's easy when you understand you've been robbed out there.
Right.
Because it doesn't last forever. Read.
And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water.
Keep reading.
That bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper.
That's the thing. Once people start seeing these things, it's like I tell people, you know, y'all got business. A lot of people don't even post it on there so we can share it. See, I keep telling y'all, after a while, they're going to have to quit going to Walmart's. One roll of toilet paper going to be like $35. Y'all don't think these things coming, do you?
Bring it out.
Y'all don't see them jacking up prices, do you? Making dish detergent, all these other things that we can do. Somebody could be making peanut butter.
Bring it out.
These things we can do, but you know what? We'd rather go buy it. If you set up your company, man, and then I'm going to tell you what happened. Other people see you, they're going to want to duplicate and do something too.
That's right.
So they're going to see, hey, man, how you moving, how things going on in your life. See, we're not used to success. We used to failure.
Right.
You notice these things? We got to get used to success. We got to get used to being back on the top again.
That's right. Bring that up.
Read out.
The ungodly are not so.
See, these things doesn't happen for. See, the ones that really don't believe, they're not going to succeed because they don't have no belief in themselves. Read.
But are like the chaff,
Read on.
which the wind driveth away.
These are the ones the word, man, refuses the word and the doctrine to drive them away. Read.
Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment,
Read on.
nor sinners in the congregation of the
The
righteous.
sinners can't stand in the congregation of the righteous. Read.
For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous,
He knoweth the way of the righteous. Read.
but the way of the ungodly shall perish.
These things, man, all their lies and all their deceit, it's gonna go away soon.
That's right.
All they doing is deceiving themselves. It takes a body. We can't do it as individuals.
Bring it out.
The other nation won't even buy from you.
Man. Right.
They won't buy nothing from you.
That's right.
You won't see Bruce Lee coming in and get a bag of peanuts from you. They're gonna go to his own kind.
That's right.
Sirach 19:23. These are the things that we have to start understanding. We have to, and that belief come from within.
Right.
It comes from within the true system of Christ. And the people's believing in each other. And the people's having charity and love and dealing with each other. You got to get that hate out your system. You're not making it to no kingdom. You can't take corruption in.
Bring it out.
Read.
Sirach chapter 19 and verse 23. There is a wickedness, and the same an abomination, and there is a fool wanting in wisdom.
His wanting in wisdom is the path to evil. You got to understand, we should be constructing things, building things, putting things back in order. We're making a sacrifice for the next generation. And some of y'all young, y'all gonna benefit on these things too. The importance of understanding, y'all gonna benefit. No one is moving like us. It's churches and Israelite camps been here for years and ain't did nothing for the body.
Bring it out.
We got something to stand on.
That's right.
Read.
He that hath small understanding
He that has small understanding, read.
and feareth God
And feareth God, read.
is better than one that had much wisdom and transgresseth the law of the Most High.
You gotta understand, no matter who been in here the longest, they ain't speaking right, they ain't communicating right, man. Let me tell you something. Somebody in here that just came in the doors doing all the things that the Lord want them to do.
Bring it out.
It doesn't matter how long you've been in here, man. Did you get yourself right?
Bring it out.
Are you communicating right? Is you showing the same love? Give me 2 Timothy 1:9. Is you showing the same love that you should be showing? Are you holding on to yesterday? Yesterday tastes good, don't it? People hold on. You gotta let that go, man.
Right.
Yesterday can't change nothing today.
Bring it out.
But if you did things righteous yesterday, today things will be just as good. You gotta start building on positive, not negative. Read this up.
1 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 9. Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man,
Read on.
but for the lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly and for sinners, for unholy and profane, for murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers, for manslayers.
You understand what the law made for? This is to build up the wicked,
That's right.
the ones spiritually weak.
Bring it out.
This is what the book is here to do. It's to build them back up again. The ones that's doing things right, you come in here and you enjoy it. You go home, your week is good. Positive conversations. 1 Corinthians 2:15. Read that.
1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 15. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judged of no man.
You understand when you walking in the righteous way of life, communicating, doing everything righteous in the Lord's eye? How some ungodly man gonna start correcting you?
Get out.
We've been doing things so backwards so long, it's just normal. That's why you'll find out the households are backwards. It's normal. That man said his granddaddy house was out of order. This has been going on for a long time. But we don't want to do things right. Sirach 19:26. We don't want to do things righteous in the Lord's eye. Because when you're at home together, it's beautiful music, ain't it? You been home with some of them sisters out there in that world, boy, I'm tell you something, it's just that thug life music. Bowdy bowdy and everything getting played in the house. You don't want to go to war with a real soldier, huh? Oh! That would be going on in them houses. We don't know, it's a psychological war, man.
Yes, sir.
Some of them be dangerous, don't they? Read that.
Sirach chapter 19 and verse 26. There is a wicked man that hangeth down his head sadly, but inwardly he is full of deceit.
Let me tell you something, man. A lot of people be going through it, man. But they choose is not to cleanse their ways. This thing is not hard. You understand this word can get you off anything that you're dealing with.
Yes, sir.
You know, and I've been like wondering, this fentanyl, man. You know, you don't know, nobody got no warehouse where they just producing this stuff mass like this. They're already busted it.
Bring it out.
You know it's coming from the government.
Man.
Where did you think heroin come from? Where you thinking these chemicals? And y'all better be careful, man. They put that fentanyl in everything. So if you start acting bugged out, man, I'm gonna know why. Y'all don't be seeing them people be leaning down on the sidewalk like they looking for $1 or something. They looking like they about to tie their shoe or something.
Yup. Bring it out.
That's some trying. Listen, tell you something, man. You know, I used to be out there and I used to do these things. You add a little bit to sell it more. You don't care nothing about, it's not caring about the people. Understand, man, people out there in that world don't care about you. Especially somebody selling drugs. Read up.
Casting down his countenance.
Casting down his countenance. Read.
And making as if he heard not.
And making if he heard not. Read.
Where he is not known.
Read on.
He will do thee a mischief before thou be aware.
Take advantage of you. Play this video. Let me show you how some of you be in class. Let me show y'all something. I want y'all to see something. Watch this. Turn it up,
I guess I get to talk.
Pause it. What did the woman just do? See, the sisters didn't see that. Some of them did. See, when men are talking, it ain't useful for everybody to be in that room. Now play the video. See, this was known back then.
What I want to talk to you two about is the trouble that you're getting into.
Pause it. See, that's what Christ and the Most High trying to do for us as a people.
Bring it out.
See, we have that same spirit as old dog. Play on.
Boys, the Lord didn't put you there to be shooting and killing each other. It's right there in the Bible. Exodus 20:13. Thou shalt not kill.
I ain't never killed nobody.
Oh, I doubt that. And Kevin, I've heard stories about you.
Sir, I don't think I really care too much about it. He wouldn't have put us here. I mean, look where you stay at.
Pardon. This movie was played in the ghettos millions of times. So what you got now, the young youth, they all lit old dog, ain't it? That's what you get. You got to be careful what you bring around your children. And a lot of these brothers ain't thinking about that penitentiary. It's not a happy place in that penitentiary right now.
No, sir.
It's not a happy place, man. Play on. But this is how a lot of you be in class.
You don't have any belief, boy. The Lord don't care about who's got the biggest house.
My grandpa was always coming at us with that religion. And every time, he would come one ear and out the other.
That's what happens. Some of these classes be to try to help you. But when you're taking it offense, you know, you destroy yourself. Because one thing that I notice, the ones that don't listen, those be the ones that be out there getting their tail spanked.
That's right.
Real talk. Ones that don't listen, they always going through it. Ones that don't listen, they always dealing with something. The ones that don't listen, how many times these sisters tell their children they don't listen? And when they do listen, that's showing you some spiritual growth in them. Sometimes you might have to be a little harder on one than the other. That's just how it is.
Right.
It ain't like you chose that. This is how life is with a spiritual body.
Yeah.
Some of we had to come at you know. I know a couple times Bishop be called me, hey, you need to deal with it. Okay, I got you. See, I'm not gonna play with you. See, brothers be showing much love. People that don't like to listen.
Man.
Right. I notice these brothers be talking to y'all, man, out there, man, and I know they should say they don't listen to nobody to you, cause I don't play with you. Gloves off. We shouldn't have to tell you twice. Think about it. How many of you want to have to discipline your child twice about something?
Man.
I know I was told 1,000 times not to go stick that fork in the socket. I was curious. I'm sorry. But I went from waves to afro in a couple seconds. That socket blew my socks out, man. See, some of you think you got to learn from experience. No, you got to learn to listen. That's all. Learning to listen, man, it builds you quicker.
Right.
Back to Sirach, 19:28.
Sirach chapter 19 and verse 28. And if for want of power he be hindered from sinning.
These are the things distracted from the healing of Yah. Read.
Yet when he findeth opportunity, he will do evil.
See, the thing is, a lot of times by you not listening, you hinder your own self. You hindering yourself from the healing of this word, man, because this is what brought us together. We was all out there seeking something. This is what builds us spiritually. And doing things in the right way, communicating, it's going to build yourself. It's going to help build the kingdom. It's going to help build the church. Everything is laid out, but if you choose not to accept it, that's your choice.
Yes, sir.
Read.
A man may be known by his look.
You'll know a man or a woman by his look. I keep telling y'all when y'all reading man, it's talking about woman too. Read.
And one that had understanding by his countenance when thou meetest him.
Read on.
A man's attire and excessive laughter.
You're saying attire his spirit. And if his sex is laughter, his emotion, their emotion. And when you're dealing with their gates, that's their walk, their life, their way of life. Read.
Show what he is.
It'll show who you truly are. If you like drama, you're going to continue in it.
Man.
If you love peace, you're gonna seek it.
That's right.
Whatever you are, it's going to be revealed. 2 Timothy 3:13, we out. But these things we need to be working on to build ourselves. Man, because guess what? Our future's bright. Can no one else tell you these same things? No matter what organization or what they're dealing with. Because who they going to leave it to? Who they going to trust with it?
Bring it out.
Read this up.
2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse.
You think about these things. When you're not trying to listen, you're not taking heed to the class, things get worse and worse, don't it?
Right. Bring it out. Bring it out.
It's not going to get better. Don't think it's going to get better. Read.
Deceiving and being deceived.
Whoever you're dealing with, whatever you're going through in life, that's what happens. That's what happened out there in that world. Ain't nobody truthful out there. Read.
But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them. And that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise.
Hold up. What the scriptures do?
Make thee wise.
It'll change your life.
Right.
It'll change who you are, what you was. It's a lot of people that don't came in and got halfway and just quit.
Yes, sir.
Bring it out.
That's what happens. Once they start going, they start losing their trust in themselves. See, because a lot of people are their own God. A lot of people don't love nobody but self.
Man.
This is the thing we need to break. Because the whole world is out there, individuals. You don't see families getting together, hey man, we need to make this house into a home for everybody can stay till we all get right. Generation after generation, nobody came together, put money together. People be into it over that stuff. You got Uncle Willie, he gonna sell everything, destroy everything. I was looking at this thing about this running back, Marcus Dupree. Had a preacher, man, had him sign over all his rights, was robbing the man. But he ended up going to jail. You don't know who to trust, man, if they're not walking in the spirit. Read on up.
Which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith which is in Christ.
These are the things you have to trust, man. You have to believe. Stop leaning on your own understanding, your own belief. And stop thinking that something is personal. It's not. If you want happiness, who don't want true happiness? Raise your hand. See? Now, if I say who want true happiness, everybody gonna raise their hand. Or everybody will put a one in the messenger. Make sure y'all hitting that like button, man. You know, help with this. The more people that come in, man, the better people you're gonna start to see things. Like after what's this? 2026? This year, next year, what's that? 27? We're going to just have one Passover. We're going to start having one Passover. So a lot of time when we got the Passover, people they got a whole year, they don't put nothing back, then come to Passover, they ain't got $1.
Man, crazy, bro.
Same thing for the Feast of Tabernacles. See, once you start becoming wise, you start doing things smarter, better. You start being prepared. See, but long as you out there going to these restaurants, eating this fake food, you happy. See, we happy to feed the flesh.
That's right.
But we need to start doing things righteous in your own eyes so God can see your righteousness.
That's right.
Shalom.